The effects of apartheid are still being felt today. Someone commented on my YouTube video that we always blame things on apartheid, but apartheid is still echoing in today's society, especially on the Cape Colored communities. So the Group Areas Act of 1950s, colored people were forcibly removed on the basis of this law. They were relocated to overcrowded, underdeveloped townships that were far from economic opportunities. This stripped them away from education as well and from developing themselves. People say we like to look into the past, but the past is a good determinant of the future and the present. Many colored people were banned from engaging in jobs and opportunities that were better or suitable. Many of them were working low wage jobs, and this created an intergenerational poverty system. When I make this video, I don't mean to offend anyone at all. I'm just presenting people with history. You can go search this and learn it for yourself. You can go on South African history sites, pick up a book and see it for yourself. I'm not insulting the colored community. So back to the video. When people are stripped away from economic opportunities, education, basic rights, they are overcrowded, they don't have a sense of belonging. Most cases, those people turn to drugs. A lot of people use drugs. This is why tick is common in Cape Town, especially in those underdeveloped, poor infrastructure places. So the restrictions on the jobs created a cycle of poor families in the Cape Colored community. So the socio-economic status of these people could not be improved because during apartheid, only a certain group of people were allowed education. The black people had the Bantu education, and if you were non-white, you basically were limited in what you could do. So this is why we see a lot of colored people in dire conditions and poverty. Lastly, political influence. This goes back to my point on many people not being allowed to vote. If you don't have a representative who's talking about your people, it's going to be hard for your people to be heard, to have a voice. So many of these people turn to drugs, and this is why gang culture is very predominant in the colored communities, because when you don't have a sense of belonging, you go and create that, and usually you create it and find it in unproductive places. This is why it's very violent in the colored communities. The people tend to crime and they tend to violence. It's not that it's their nature to be that way, but it's the historic significance that made them to be that way. Thank you.